My name is Betsy Smith. I am the President and Chief Executive of the Central Park Conservancy. The Conservancy is the organization that is responsible for nearly every aspect of Central Park's care, from its top-to-bottom restoration to daily maintenance and visitor services. Our work is grounded in the original purpose of the park, to serve as a place of respite from the stresses of the city for all New Yorkers. The Conservancy is delighted to be part of the U.S. ICOMOS Celebration of the 50th anniversary of the World Heritage Convention. We are honored that Central Park has been selected to be on the U.S. Tentative List. Central Park, for all its simple and sweeping beauty, is a complex, human-made masterpiece of landscape architecture on an immense scale, and it continues to serve as a model for cities and communities around the globe. From the undulating paths to the magnificent Belvedere Castle and its beautiful views, Central Park still reflects the era in which it was created. And yet it has always managed to remain timeless, bringing joy and peace to generations of visitors. More now on the story of Central Park.
Central Park, the place where New Yorkers and visitors come to play, reflect, and recover from the stress of life in one of the loudest, busiest, most crowded cities on Earth. Its 341 hectares include 8 bodies of water, 36 arches and bridges, dozens of sports fields and basketball courts, 10,000 benches, and 18,000 trees. It's known around the world as an enduring symbol of New York City. 42 million times a year, people come here to share New York City's backyard. Safe, free, and open to all. Its story dates to the 1840s, when New York was the most populous city in the Western Hemisphere, and its population was growing exponentially. As immigrants poured into Manhattan, private and gated enclaves were developed only for the well-to-do residents of surrounding homes. Many social reformers felt this was inconsistent with American values, and understood that a public park could reverse the situation. In 1857, Frederick Law Olmsted and Calvert Vaux were chosen to bring to life what was then a bold idea: a new city park, open to everyone. They set out to resolve this tear in the social fabric by creating a space designed to bring all people together regardless of their backgrounds. Olmsted and Vaux laid out a landscape of sweeping meadows and bodies of water that somehow seem endless while actually being tucked neatly into Manhattan's rigid grid. The plan was naturalistic. Large pastoral landscapes and wooded areas would provide New Yorkers with a rural repose from the city. Although it's true that the park is human-made, the park's massive rocks are not. They are exposed portions of ancient bedrock, which heavily influenced how the park was designed and built. Workers excavated, removed, and reset about 364,000 cubic meters of rock. Much of it had to be blasted away to create the park's 4 sunken transverse roads that separate east-west traffic from the landscape. These transverse roads were a required element of the design competition. Olmsted and Vaux hid them below the landscape, out of sight from parkgoers, a feature that preserves the park's sense of quiet isolation, while allowing the city to go about its business. During its life, Central Park has experienced cycles of neglect and resurgence. Its low point came in the 1970s. Mismanagement and economic decline combined to turn the park into a lawless dust bowl. Its beautiful landscapes eroding, infrastructure crumbling, garbage piling up. Then, the people of New York City stepped in to save their park. The nonprofit Central Park Conservancy was set up in 1980. Its mission to restore, manage, and enhance Central Park in partnership with the public. Since then, the Conservancy has invested more than $1 billion fulfilling that ongoing mission. Hundreds of projects in every part of the park, a complete transformation. But the Conservancy's work runs even deeper. Daily maintenance, tree care, cleaning the water bodies, monitoring and working to mitigate the effects of climate change. Public programming inviting people from all neighborhoods in New York to come play, relax, and find respite in this living masterpiece, working with researchers to explore the history of the park and the pre-park, including Seneca Village, the largest community of African American landowners in pre-Civil War New York, a community that was displaced to make room for the park. The Conservancy is dedicated to bringing this once forgotten but critical piece of New York's history to light and to sharing its findings with scholars and the community. In recent years, the Conservancy has worked to improve accessibility with new ramps and paths to major entrances, as well as renovated restrooms and improved playgrounds, among other efforts. Another reminder that all are welcome here. And when the pandemic came, Central Park was used as the site of an emergency field hospital and also took on an enhanced role in the lives of New Yorkers as a sanctuary. People have found solace in watching the seasons unfold, taking long walks, gazing at reflections on water, reading on benches, or studying birds. The park has also offered a sense of community, something so deeply missed during the global crisis. In Central Park, there is enough room for social distancing while still being with other people. We can be alone together. Central Park is a masterpiece of human creative genius. Through innovative landscape design, it preserves nature and the environment from the impact of the irreversible forces of urban growth. It is a place of beauty, wonder, solitude, togetherness, play, rest, and solace. A historic, pioneering public space free and open to all, and a model for urban parks all over the world.